So how long have you had this boat?
Well, this boat, my father built it in 1959. I'm a third generation Italian fisherman.
Wow.
My family's been in this berth since 1908. My grandfather was a commercial fisherman. He came over from Italy. He worked on the sailing ship, the Balcutha, when it was called the Star of Alaska. It was a salmon and lumber schooner. He would go to Alaska and then come back. Bought a double-ender, Monterey double-ender. Down there, these little boats that you see. And my father also bought a double-ender, and actually their two boats sat in this spot. This was my father's third boat, okay? So I took it over. I started running it full-time in 1973. Okay, but the boat was built in 59, so it's 53 years old.
The lovely Martha.
Lovely Martha. It's named after my mother, and she was a lovely, lovely lady, and she was beautiful. And I've been captain of this boat for 40 years. Wow. Okay. And
you attended USF?
I did go to USF, but I didn't graduate. I got married very young. First time I got married really early and started running the boat. Thought I knew everything. Because I took some business classes at USF, and at the time my father was making twice as much money as any of those people that were in business. So I decided to go that route, which it turned out all right in the long run.
Good.
But been here for quite a while. Like I said, I'm a third generation. My son is a fourth generation. I also have a grandson. We're going to make him a fifth generation.
Wow, that's so exciting. So what's the best part about crab fishing?
Well, I'm not so much a crab, but I'm more of the sport fishing now. My father and grandfather were commercial fishermen.
Okay.
But the best part of our business is the ocean, being on the ocean. Okay, I mean, it's a great life. The air is good. It's a lot of work. The commercial end is a lot more work than what we do. See, we kind of evolved, went from commercial fishing into the party boat fishing, where we take people out fishing. Oh. And then since then, I've evolved into like doing bay tours, whale watching, bird watching, scatterings at sea, which I have a funeral to do in about 45 minutes.
Oh, wow.
On this boat. We take people out and they scatter ashes. Parties on the bay, bachelor parties, bachelorette parties. We basically do anything for money.
Nice. Sounds like a lot of fun things, though.
Excuse me.
It's okay. I hear there's a lot of strikes that go on between like the fishermen.
Well, that's
and,
in
like,
the commercial. Okay, you have to realize the commercial fishermen, they have to go out and catch their fish and then they sell them to the market.
Okay.
Where what I do, I have the customers, the people on my boat. I leave with my catch. My money is already made.
Okay.
Then I have to catch them fish if I want them to come back.
Okay.
It's a little bit different. We control our own rates, but we're subject to the public whim, who has the, how the economy's doing, because I am in a luxury business now. I'm not where commercial fishing, you go out, you work to catch. Yeah. And I mean, they've had good years and they've had bad years. So, I mean, it's different. It's all to the public, the economy.
Wow. Do you have any like crazy stories upon like this boat?
Actually, I have quite a few. We've taken all kinds of people out, and I did a thing on what's the name of it? I could give you the link. I did a whole story for this group, and this story I'm going to tell you was back, I don't know, 30 years ago probably. I was in between wives, and it was wintertime. We usually don't work in the winter. Okay, and like I said, we take all kinds of people out. We go, whale watching, bird watching. Well, I had this group of people call me up, and they wanted to go see great white sharks. Now, it's not that easy to go see a great white shark, but, we could take them in the area and see what happens. And so at the time, I said, okay, I want like $1,000, which was a lot of money 30 years ago. Now $1,000 is not much. I'll take your right of the bay for that. But these people wanted to be at the boat at 12 o'clock when it leaves, so we could go out there and watch the sun come up over the Farallon Islands, because that's where we had to go. So I said, usually I don't work in the winter, but, they're going to pay me a lot of money, and it looked like a good thing to do. So I get down here. At that time, I had my girlfriend, and then I had this guy that was a deckhand. He was an old prisoner of war guy named John. And old John, man, he was not afraid of anything. He was locked up in Japanese prison camps for years. And we get down here in the morning, and there's like 3 barrels of blood and guts on my boat, which is fine. Well, that's probably chum. But then the people were all laying around, sleeping on the boat, waiting for me to come.
Oh.
And they looked kind of weird, you know. And it was like, you know, these people, I don't know about this. These kind of strange. And it was a big full moon at night, you know. I said, all right, we'll go, but I want my money now in cash. I want it now. I want that 10 $100 bills in my hand before I leave this dock. And so we went out, and it was a beautiful night. So me and my girlfriend were up on the top drive, you know, beautiful moon, and we're driving out, and one of them sneaks up behind me with a Phantom of the Opera mask. Scares the crap out of me, okay? And so needless to say, I told him to go down, you know, don't be doing that, it's not good. And then we go down there and we see them, they're chanting, they're running around and stuff, you know, they're running around the decks. And then they're kind of doing weird things. I mean, you know, sexual things. You know, it was getting really weird.
Oh my
right?
gosh.
So me and my girlfriend, we went in the cabin. Old John, he works the deck. He ain't afraid of nothing. But he just said, you know, they're weird out there. You know, I said, yeah, well, they pay a lot of money. I guess they could do whatever they want. Then they start putting the blood on their faces and chewing on the entrails and stuff. As comes to find out, they didn't want to see great white sharks. They wanted to worship great white sharks. You know why? Because they're the perfect killing machine. All right? These people were sick, okay? And
Scary.
so we go out there, and we're, you know, we get out to the islands, we're hanging out. I mean, I brought them, you know, when I found out, I said, me and my girlfriend stay in the cabin. Old John, though, he wanted to fish, catch some rock cod, because there's a rock cod out there. He reels up a rock cod, and then all of them, they pounced on it and ate the heart while it was still beating. And then they're eating it raw, like, you know, just everything. And he caught a couple more, and they did the same thing over and over. And he just said, you know, they're just saying, I said, John, you better come in the cabin. Don't go out there with those people. They might want to cut us up, you know. And so the day went on. I put my time in, and these people were just strange. They were doing nasty things to the rail and everything. And men and women both, they were just really out there.
I didn't know what to do.
So we get back, we're coming back in, and all of a sudden this heavy fog comes down. And my electronics at the time were older, and they started sparking and stuff. I said, I'm going to hell. I brought a bunch of devil worshippers out, and I'm going to go to hell, man. I go, here I am. I think I'm lost in the fog, you know, and everything was just like, it was dark, and it was getting scary. And anyway, we got back to the dock, got the day over, got the people off the boat. And needless to say, went straight to the bar and got messed up. And that was a good
Oh my gosh, that's a great story.
Yeah.